Matic to Manchester United. Then the rumour that keeps constantly going around the last few couple of weeks. Matic leaving Chelsea and coming to Manchester United now. It's really stooped up this last 24 hours. Really taken off, and a lot of reports are coming out that he will be signing for Manchester United. The Guardian are now coming out with the fact that he's going to have a medical at Manchester United. So it's looking more and more likely that this transfer could definitely happen. I would say on a scale of 10, I would say a 7 or 8 out of 10 that it will happen now. Now, before we talked about Fabinho maybe coming to Manchester United, that rumour has gone on and on for at least a couple of years now, that Fabinho could potentially come to Manchester United. The Matic one has only come out this summer. Now he's played under Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho signed him twice at Chelsea, so he knows him. He's Premier League proven. Now a lot of people are against this transfer happening because he's very, very slow, and we probably want a more quicker player in there. Fabinho would have been, for me, the ideal player to come in. And it does look like Manchester United, according to reports, are still interested in signing Fabinho to come in as well as Matic. Now, whether that means that both players are going to be playing in midfield, or what formation Jose Mourinho wants to go with next season, or whether Fabinho will be playing at the right back position, we will have to wait and see. But it would definitely, if both of them come in, it would definitely give Manchester United a lot of strength in depth in midfield. Now, Fabinho would be the number one ahead of Matic for me, but I'm not as against Matic coming in as a lot of people are. Now, he's just played, I think it was 35 games, was it? 34, 35 games of Chelsea's title winning season. Now, he played around 40 games. Okay, they weren't in the Champions League, so he didn't play so many cup games, which was why he only played 40 games. But he's played in two title winning Chelsea teams in the last two out of the last 3 seasons. And he's Premier League proven, as I say. I think he's 28 years of age, coming on 29. Okay, the price tag of 40 million isn't ideal with him coming into the latter years of his career, but if Manchester United could get 2 decent years out of him and maybe potentially go on and win a championship with him in the team, I don't think it would be the worst option Manchester United could make. Now, we've signed the likes of Marouane Fellaini in recent years who have not really produced at the best, and he cost 27 million when David Moyes signed him. So I think he's certainly an upgrade on Fellaini. Okay, they're different players, but still I think he's a massive upgrade. We've got the likes of Jesse Lingard, who are squad players in and around the squad. So I think the negativity is a bit too much for Matic. I'm not saying that he's going to be another Ballon d'Or winner or something like that, not at all. But if Jose Mourinho wants him to come in, he knows him. He's Premier League, as I say, Premier League proven. He is a proven player that we've seen play. And at 28 years of age, he's coming into the last part of his career, but still very, very experienced player. We're not getting some bloke from abroad. You look at some of the recent transfers we've had under Louis van Gaal, the likes of Martial, who have been a lot more risk signings. You don't know whether they're going to come off, but this certainly is a signing that I think can do a decent job in there. Not as I say, the real high profile signing that we're looking for this season, not the Ronaldos and them sort of signings, the Gareth Bales to get you really off your feet, but still a signing that will add certainly depth to our squad and could help Manchester United along the way. We're going to be in full competitions again next season. We've got a Super Cup to play at the start of the season. There's going to be so many games. We're going to need these type of players in and around the squad, so I'm not going to be too against it if we sign him. We will need some more players to come in and around the squad, and if we did sign Fabinho and Matic, could that mean that Fellaini could finally be given the boot of Manchester United? I would be happy if Fellaini was sold off this summer, if them two come in. We will need some more forward players as well. The Morata deal seems to just drag on and on. We don't know what's happening with that yet. We will have to wait and see, but still transfers are going to take place over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. We fly off on the pre-season tour in a couple of weeks' time, so we're going to have to get some dealings in if we want to take some of these players on that pre-season tour, because we've got 7-8 games to play over the pre-season, and we're going to need a big squad to cope with that, to rotate players, to give all players minutes under their belt, ready for the season. And I'm excited to look forward to the season. We maybe haven't done as much transfer business as some people would have liked, but transfers might be happening behind the scenes. You know, there could be 2 or 3 signings that could just go bang, bang, bang. They all happen at once. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Just because these journalists and these papers aren't talking about them doesn't mean that the transfers aren't happening behind the scenes. There could be a lot going on, negotiation with the clubs. It is a difficult time of the year. Teams don't want to let their players go on the cheap. A lot of, certainly Premier League teams have got a lot of money, so they don't have to sell these players for a small amount of money at all. They can hold out for big money before they sell their players, and sometimes the players have to really force the move to get these deals over the line. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the Fabinho and the Matic. Obviously most people want Fabinho over Matic, but I would be happy if Manchester United could get both of them. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.